Good morning, kindergartners. So today, what we are going to be doing for reading and for writing is we are going to be talking about problem and solution. So what I need for you to do is if you do not have this page, I need for you to run and grab it for me, okay? So what I need for you to do is to write your name right here, first and last, because remember, the first thing we do is always the same. We pick up our pencil and write our name. So boys and girls, what we're going to do today is we're going to look back at our Tacky book, okay? So boys and girls, you just listen to this story again with Miss Laugan reading it to us, which she did a great job. And what we're going to do today is we are going to look at the problem and the solution, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to come with me and we are going to go talk about what exactly a problem and solution is. Okay, kiddos, so here is my anchor chart, okay? And as you can see, I wrote problem and solution, okay? And so when I think of a problem, I think of something that I'm struggling with, right? Or maybe that the character is struggling with. So right here, I drew a person that is sad, right? They have a problem, okay? So what a problem means is that it's something that needs to be fixed, okay? So I'm gonna write that really quickly. Okay, so as you can see, so a problem is something that needs to be fixed, right? They have a problem. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and we're going to solve it. So what I did was I drew a Band-Aid because when I think of something like that helps solve the problem, right? Like let's say he fell and so he's sad. Well, he can put a Band-Aid on it and it helps solve the problem, right? So a problem again is something that needs to be fixed, okay? And a solution would be what? It's a way to fix the problem, right? So I'm going to go ahead and write that. Okay, so now I went ahead and wrote how the problem is fixed or solved, right? So a problem is something that needs to be fixed. It's something that went wrong in the story, right? And then the solution is how the problem is fixed or solved. So now what I want us to do is I want us to think about what was the problem in Tacky the Penguin and what was the solution in the book, okay? So let's go back to our paper. Okay, so we have our problem and our solution, okay? So now let's go back and let's think about what was going on in the story, right? So let's think about this. We were talking about let's think about our retelling hand, right? At the beginning, Tacky, was he fitting in with the other penguins? Nope, he sure wasn't, right? He was different than his companions. So he did things a little differently, right? And then the hunters came, but Tacky was able to save the day, right? So what we're going to do is let's think about what our problem was. What is our problem? I'm going to give you a little bit of time to think about that. So we have our problem, remember, something that needs to be fixed or something that went wrong in the story, and then our solution. So what I'm thinking is for the problem, it is that the hunters came after Tacky and his friends, right? I would say that was a big problem. They were afraid, weren't they? And then I would say that the solution was that what happened? How did Tacky solve that problem? So the hunters were there to try and get the penguins, but how did Tacky solve that problem? That's right, he scared them away. So we're going to write that in our problem and our solution. So, and remember, I want to make it in a sentence, okay? So I'm going to start it with the problem was, okay? So I'm going to write that, and I always start my sentence with what kind of sentence, or what kind of letter? A capital, very good. So the problem, and should I spell problem correctly? Absolutely, because it's right there. The problem was, so finger space, was that the hunters were coming after Tacky and his friends, right? The problem was the hunters, do you think I can fit that long word hunters on right here? I don't think I can. So I'm going to swoop down here. So on, hunt, hunt. What sound, what secret story? It says Very good, the ER. So the problem was the hunter. Oh, I forgot. It's not just one, it was more than one, right? So I've got to add that S. The problem was the hunters came. What does that say right there, boys and girls? That's right, that says cam. How do I make that A say A? Very good, got to add that super E. So the problem was the hunters came after. Oh, I got that sound again. Where's my ER? So let's reread it. The problem was the hunters came after Tacky. And boys and girls, first of all, should I spell Tacky correctly? Absolutely, because it's right there. But the other thing is, what do I have to do with that T? I have to capitalize it because it is his name. Very good. So he came after Tacky. And we know how to spell and because that's a sight word. And his, we know how to spell his friends. So I hear a blend. Do y'all hear a blend? I hear a sight word. Ins, friends. So the problem was the hunters came after Tacky and his friends. And how do I know my sentence is over? Very good. I have to add that period. Okay, so let's reread that. The problem was the hunters came after Tacky and his friends. Okay, perfect. So then what I want you to do is I want you to draw a picture of that happening, okay? And then I want you to write the solution, and you're going to write the solution all by yourself, okay? So remember, we talked about the problem was the hunters came after Tacky and his friends. The solution was what? What did Tacky do? How did Tacky solve that problem? Very good. He scared them away. So you would say the solution is that Tacky scared the hunters away. Very good. And then I want you to draw your picture as well. Okay, boys and girls? So if you could, we would love for you to take a picture with your paper when you're finished and have mom and dad send it to your teachers. We would love to see your problem and solution. And if you have a question, don't hesitate to call your teachers, okay? We love you guys. Have a great day.